Okay, this will be a timely one, fairly timely. We still got almost a couple of months to go, or a couple of months roughly, until, but it starts early anyway in the lead up. See what we can do with this. Going to see if 400 is going to be any good. Alright, let's see what we have to offer. It is a Santa Claus. I think it was meant to be one of those movement ones, and that looks like where the on-off switch would have been, and I got it for $2 at a second-hand shop. And that's our Santa, and he moves up and down, probably speaks as well. But I figured it would make a good demo piece nonetheless. This is really not good for the environment, making stuff like this. As you can see, it's broken and it could have ended up in the bin, or I don't know what happened to the bottom of it. But basically, it's not an environmentally safe kind of a thing. It's all this cheap and nasty shit. But people fall for it, folks. I thought I'd make some use out of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Can't recycle it, I don't think. Anyway, that's our first take. We've got to push him up a bit. But the beard looks good. But yeah, it's not a very environmentally safe kind of a product. And somehow it broke, like totally broke. Maybe it was a kid. Children are really notorious for breaking things, including their own toys. So it wouldn't come as a surprise if that was the reason why it happened. Anyway, that looks interesting. I don't know what that is. That looks like a belt. It's a bit high up for a belt. But basically, yeah, it's a Santa Claus, a broken one. But basically, yeah, I just don't like this cheap and nasty shit that we get all the time. And people seem to buy it and they don't think about, can it be fixed? Yeah, right, fixed. That's an old-fashioned word. Everything's all throwaway. So let's see how we go with that. That looks a lot better. But basically, yeah, we've got to think of our environment, folks, when we buy things. But it's not easy trying to avoid things that break and don't last. I mean, even this photocopier will probably need to be replaced in less than 5 years' time, and I've had it since 2018, and my old photocopier died, and I was told by the dealer that photocopiers now last only 5 years. So this is not good. I have a dream one day of building a photocopier that will last 60 years, and that it's going to give the customer a real pleasure to use, because it's going to have artificial intelligence. It's going to be a powerful device, both software and hardware, and it's going to be made to last 60 years, and it's going to be made easy to recycle. So when that 60 years of service is up, and we make the machine easy to dismantle after 60 years. So we have to think of our future. And I want to make I want to help the human race to have a fair and happy future, and trying to build, not trying, but actually building something that's environmentally friendly as well as humanitarianly friendly is going to help make the world a better place for everyone. And that's what I want to do, and I want to make sure that the people in the factory are happy, that we're not going to make this machine in China, no manufactured in China or no manufactured in Vietnam. The whole fucking thing is going to be manufactured on Australian soil. We're going to make this an Australian equipment, Australian made and owned and designed. We're going to make this something very special, and it would make a really good Christmas gift, I'm sure, for someone who needs a reliable and easy to use photocopier. So yeah, we've got to think of the future, you know, and the workers in the factory are going to be paid a little bit more than they're actually worth. They're not going to be treated like slaves, like Konica Minolta shit. You know, made in China, made in Vietnam. Pick the third world countries because you're fucking stupid and greedy. We don't want greed in our company. We want to give most of that money away to science as well as humanitarian causes. You know, we've got to make a difference, folks. You know, we've got to use what we're talented and passionate about and make it into something worthwhile for mankind. You know, this is going to go way beyond being just a hobby and an interest for me. I'm looking forward to the day I become CEO, and I want to make a difference. So yeah, it's the current everything. Yeah, it's like this photocopier. I wonder where it's going to go when it finally reaches the end of its use-by date. I don't have much hope for it, or should I say for the environment, when it comes to dealing with the e-waste that this is going to produce it. But I have to have a machine. I had to get rid of my old C353 because the spare parts were no longer available. So yeah, I couldn't have a service agreement, so I had to take out a bank loan on this photocopier that we currently have. So yeah. Let's see how we go with this. See if we make our Santa Claus look any good. I don't know why that gold buckle is there, but anyway, it looks interesting. This Santa Claus made a use for it before it. I don't know what to do with it because I don't want to pollute by throwing it away, but I don't want to keep it either. I don't know. Fuck. Anyway, that's our Santa Claus. Not the greatest demo, but I think now we can call it quits.